So let's start at the bottom. Intent, action, consistency. Now you got a habit. Okay, beautiful. You may be wondering, what is the key to improving my physique? If there was just one thing, what would that be? So I'm going to explain to you what I think that is today, and I think it's going to help you a lot. I am Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador for Bounce Pep and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. So let's get started. A lot of people, when they start working out, they go into it with aesthetic goals. So they want to get big arms. They want to be swole. They want to have six-pack abs. They want to improve their booty. They want to have nice legs. Whatever it is, a lot of people are really, really into looking better. And that's fine. I'm not judging it. So we'll set that aside and we'll move on to the meat and potatoes of what I want to tell you here, which is that the thing that you really need to focus on when you have all these aesthetic goals in mind, you need to actually make those secondary goals and focus on primary goals. Primary goals are about habits. Let me repeat. Your primary goals are all about the habits that you build for your health and fitness. And the reason I say this is because you can have all of the aesthetic goals that you want. You can say, I want six-pack abs and a nice chest and all this other stuff, whatever it is you think is going to make you look better. That's all fine to have those goals, but you have to understand that habits are the building blocks. Anything that you want to achieve aesthetically, habits are the building blocks of those things. So I'm going to give you a simple framework here, and write this down if you need to, but it's a relatively simple framework and you need to apply this in your life, especially as regards to fitness, if you want to reach some of those aesthetic goals that you have set for yourself. Okay, when we talk about habit building, first of all, habits are things that you do on a regular basis, a lot of times automatically, almost without thinking. Now, it doesn't have to be automatically, but generally speaking, they're just things that you do all the time, just as a matter of course, and it's a normal part of your routine. So with your fitness, you have to be focused on establishing habits, because any aesthetic results that you get will come out of the habits that you build. So what is the framework that I want you to use? Okay, in order to build a habit, the very, very first thing that you have to have is intent. You have to go into this endeavor thinking to yourself, I want to build solid fitness habits. Okay, that's base level. Base level is not, I want six-pack abs. That's not base level. No, base level, I want to build solid fitness habits. So you have to go into it with that intent. Once you have the intent, you have to follow up the intent with action. Now, there are various ways that you can take action. Getting in shape is not only about lifting weights. I lift weights, that's what I choose to do, but other people have other things that they do. Some people swim, some people bike, some people hike, some people, I don't know, play tennis, whatever it is. But you need to take action. So I can speak specifically about weightlifting because that's what I do. So if taking action means going into the gym and getting under a bar, doing some bench presses, or maybe doing some arms, some biceps curls, or some triceps extensions, or some leg curls, or whatever you're doing, then you have to actually take those actions, start doing it. So that's the second level: intent, action, and then there's a third level: consistency. So habit building absolutely requires consistency. You cannot be showing up once per week and expect to build a habit, or once every 2 weeks, or once a month. That is not going to cut it. So what I want you to do is, whatever your fitness regimen is, make sure that you are doing it several times per week, because that's going to give you the frequency of action that you need to establish an actual habit. Again, once per week is just not going to be enough. And quite frankly, even if you do a workout or something, exercise once per week religiously without fail, it's just not often enough to have a real impact on your fitness and on your appearance. It's just not often enough. So you're going to have to commit to working out more frequently. So I gave you those three things, right? Intent, action, and consistency. Those are the building blocks of habits. Now, next point I want you to take with you is the reason that you need to build habits is because there's another level above that, and that is called momentum. Okay, so let's start at the bottom. Intent, action, consistency. Now you got a habit. Okay, beautiful. You've established a habit. Next thing you need to do is keep it up. Don't give up, because once you have the habit established, what you're trying to do is build momentum. And once you start building momentum, then you're going to start to realize some of those aesthetic goals that you set for yourself. So, what is the nature of momentum? Well, look, momentum starts off slowly. In the beginning, you may not notice very much change. You may not notice very much progress, at least not visually. But if you keep going, you're going to start to see changes gradually. And it's going to start to become a little bit easier to keep the habit going. That's what momentum is. It just becomes easier and easier to keep that. The habit becomes more automatic. And as you build momentum, you will start to see improvements in your physique. So if you were looking to have nice, shapely legs, ladies, if you're trying to have that nice, shapely booty, a lot of women are into that. You will begin to see progress, but you have to build the habits, and then from there, build momentum. So you have to keep working at it, and be patient. Everybody has these ideas that they can just get in shape in 1 or 2 months. No. You have to keep going. It's not something that you just do for 1 or 2 months and then hit some aesthetic goal and then you're done and you're finished. No. Your fitness is about continuity, habit building, momentum. Once you build all that momentum, and once you start achieving some of those little goals that you set for yourself, why in the world would you stop? It doesn't make any sense. You don't want to stop. You don't want to break the momentum. You keep going. So don't give up. Keep going, and you will realize additional gains out of that. So you're playing a long game here, not a short game. You're playing a long game. Okay? So I want you to take that with you today. And in the book, Be the Total Package, which is the ebook you can download at the Bounce Pep website, I have a chapter on this very topic about building habits, how you need to have habits be the foundation of your fitness. The first goals that you set for your fitness should not be a bunch of aesthetic goals. They should be goals set around habit building. For example, you set a goal that you want to work out 3 times per week or 4 times per week for 45 minutes every time. That's a goal that you set around habit building, because without that, you're not going to realize any of those aesthetic objectives that you've set for yourself. So go ahead, get the ebook, read up on that, and I want you to take this with you and follow through on it. Build habits, build momentum, and you can build a great fitness lifestyle. All right, take care.